and welcome. For those of you that don't know me, I am Debbie and I am working on a massive project today. Normally I will work on a cross stitch conversion, but I wanted to change it up a little bit. I really wasn't feeling doing the cross stitch conversion today, so wanted to give myself a little break, and I know that you guys enjoy watching this as well because this one is 220 colors. I love colors. I love the more colors, the better. And I am really enjoying this, but I had to put it up for a while because it does take a lot of time. And on top of that, I had other things I needed to do. But I really needed to get this done before April, if that's possible. So let's get started and let's diamond paint together for about an hour. And I will just talk. I also have a diamond painting WIP and chat on Tuesdays, and I work on smaller projects, but on Saturdays I will typically read from the comments that have been made for the prior week. I want to go over some things first, and then if I have time, then I will definitely do that because I've already gotten behind on my comments. We started back last week, and so I started with January, beginning of January, so I still need to get caught up. But wanted to just go over some stuff first with you guys. So for those of you that are new, my name is Debbie, and I have been diamond painting for a little over 3 years now, and love diamond painting. I really like the large diamond paintings. I know that a lot of people, it intimidates them, but I really enjoy it. So I don't get as many completed because I'm working on so many large ones, but I'm having fun, so I guess that's what counts. Before we get started though, how is everybody doing? I always like to ask, I want to ask first thing, I do not want to forget, because I think that would be very rude of me if I did. Definitely don't want to leave you guys out because I am diamond painting with you guys. Even though you are not here, I feel your presence as I am diamond painting. So I'm not diamond painting alone, which is really nice. It's always fun to diamond paint with others. And I plan on doing another WIP and chat like this one next week. I don't know if I will do this one or go back to my cross stitch conversion. So let me know what you guys would prefer to see. Would you prefer that I work on a cross stitch conversion because it's different, or would you prefer that I work on this one? It really doesn't matter to me. I just thought, well, I'll just do something different. Maybe they want to see something different, but it is totally up to you guys. So let me know in the comments what you think. And right now, what I am doing, besides just spilling drills, haven't even been doing this for 5 minutes and I'm spilling drills. That's my life lately. Actually, the problem is, the reason why I spill drills is I am using an A1 light pad. I think it's considered A1. It's the largest light pad, one of the really large ones. And it is absolutely falling apart. And when I mean falling apart, it's like the whole frame is coming off. It will not shut off unless I unplug it, which that's not a good thing. But it doesn't get hot or anything. I don't know why it's the way it is. And it's not lighting up as bright as it should be. But I like this one for this size. I have a smaller one. My Secret Santa gave me a really nice smaller light pad last year at the Great Lakes Retreat, and I love that one. But for this one, because it's so spread out, I like to have a larger light pad. I am not, though, going to buy another one. I have decided I'm not buying another large diamond painting for a large diamond painting. I don't want to spend the money. It's very expensive. This one did not last very long, so I really can do without a large one, but I thought while I have it, might as well go ahead and use it. But I'm getting a little nervous with it, and now I'm trying to have my tray sitting on my light pad, and the light pad's not even, so when I set it down, I thought I was sitting it down, and instead it was on the edge and it fell over. So I definitely don't want to keep doing that. It takes a lot of time away. It's very annoying. I don't want drills everywhere. I am very capable of doing that on my own. I don't need any help, especially with the light pad. I really have enjoyed this. I had gotten so much done in just 2 months last year when I was doing this for an event. And then after the event, I just stopped. Thought I need to work on something else now, and I should have kept going. But I didn't. I stopped like I normally do and started working on something else. I have so many WIPs right now. That is part of my goal for the year, is to get some of these WIPs completed. And then once I do that, then I'm going to decide on which diamond paintings do I really want to do. Do I want to destash anything? That's going to take me a while to get there. I know of 3 that I'm definitely going to destash. I'm going to be doing it soon, but I've got to pull them out and really look at them, make sure that I do want to get rid of them, because they are Josephine Walls, but they're by Diamond Art Club. And while I love Diamond Art Club, I really like now, I've kind of gotten spoiled, I guess, with Diamond Painting Deutschland when it comes to Josephine Wall. And then also the one with the diamond art has large Josephine Wall as well, and they have the max colors. I think that with Josephine Wall's canvases, that they really need to be larger and they really need to be full of color. So I am more than likely going to sell those, and I need to do that soon if I'm going to. I do have a J-Wall group, and in Facebook, I will put a link there. I am currently hosting an event just for February, and that is a Paint Gym Mini. But once I finish the Paint Gym Mini event, I'll have a month, and then come April, I will be co-hosting with my friend Angie. I'll put her link below as well. We did this last year. We also had Kimba's Crafts. She is not doing it this year with us, but we are going to continue with it. And that is going to be my April and my May. And then I probably won't have anything else, any other events until next year. But the Josephine Wall was very successful last year. I really don't want to do this one for that event. I could, because we don't require a new start, but I would prefer to start on something new. I also want to start on my one with the diamond art. I want to start on that one too. So I'm going to have 2 going for the J-Wall event, which probably means I won't get either one of them finished. And I don't expect to, because both are large and they both take a lot of work. But I would really at least like to get that one started to show everybody what the one with the diamond art looks like. Mine is black and white, and it is also a round kit. So I'm hoping that the black and white symbols will not show through the round drills. And so that's what I really wanted to check on, so I could tell everybody. So I would suggest to steer clear from the rounds, or, the rounds are fine. And I may not even get very much of that done, but I would like to at least get it kitted up and then just say, this is what it looks like with the rounds. If you're wondering if you'd like to go for a round. So if any of you have done a black and white canvas in a round, doesn't have to be Josephine Wall, or doesn't have to be one with the diamond art, but maybe even a mystery kit. Let me know how the black and white does. I am really curious about that. That would save me too of deciding, do I want to finish up my Josephine Wall Diamond Painting Deutschland before I start doing the other one. Because I don't know about having 2 large ones kitted up and working on at the same time. that might be a little bit too much, but we'll see. But I do want to get that done. I've had a couple of people ask me about what events are going to be coming up, and I've mentioned I have an event coming up in April and May. Haven't really talked about it, so I thought this will be a good time to mention that also. With that event, you will have to work on a Josephine Wall canvas because, of course, it's Josephine Wall event. You can work on a cross stitch if you want. They Heaven and Earth Designs has some gorgeous cross stitch conversions of Josephine Wall, and I thought about doing that at one point, but I am not going to even consider it until I get some of my others done. I just really have to stop. I have to stop and think about what I'm doing, what am I getting myself into, and trying to get some of my paintings completed before I even think about trying to start on a new project. And that also includes my cross stitch conversion because it's rather large. My hope is that I can get my cross stitch conversion completed by the end of the summer, and then in the fall I can start on another cross stitch conversion, and at that point I might do a Josephine Wall. I also have some princess panels that I would like to do, but I can't imagine after I finish this one that one would take me as long as what I'm doing now. Because what I'm working on now, it is very confetti heavy, and it is just crazy how I'm constantly changing the colors. But I've enjoyed it. When I start working on it, I just don't get very far with it. Trying to find some more colors. Let's see, what do I want to work on? I'm trying to find something that I can at least get 5 or 6 drills out of. That is a diamond. A diamond is under, what is a diamond under? Lines, I think. I haven't done this one in a while, so I have to remember what my thought process was when I was kitting this up. Once I get used to where my drills are, it is so easy to follow this. Diamonds should be, oh, here they are right here. Diamonds are underneath geometrics. So let's talk about that. I did kit this up on my channel. Of course, it's been a year. When I go to kit up my next one, my next Josephine Wall, and I think I'm not even sure how many colors it is. It may be 300 colors. I'm not sure, because I've had that one for a long time. But when I kit up a large canvas like this, or one that has a lot of colors, what I like to do, and this is just me, there's so many ways you can do this. Do what works best for you. But I have had several to ask me when they see that I'm working on this during my regular WIP and chats. And so I thought, well, this would be a good time to discuss this as well. But what I like to do is I go by symbol. I know that a lot of crafters like to go by color, and I do sometimes on other canvases. But on these large canvases like this with so many colors, that doesn't work for me. I don't think it would. I haven't tried it yet, but I don't think that my brain would really think that way. I like to think in terms of symbols. So when I first got this, you get an inventory sheet. I went through, made sure I had all of the drills that I needed, and I did, no problem. And then from there, I went through and I made categories. I looked on each one, on each symbol, to see what I thought, just looking at it, not even thinking, just looking at it really quickly, and then seeing, what am I seeing here? What am I thinking that this symbol is? Because of course some are really easy. If it's round, it's going to be round. But if it's some that's like an iron, there's one on here that is an iron. There's a travel bag. There's a car. And so on those, it's like, okay, what am I going to do? And so it became evident when I first started doing my first one, which was Diana, that I thought, okay, this has got to be an easier way to do this. So I made a copy, went through, and I thought, I'm not going to think, just look at it, and this is what you see. So I did that really quickly. And then I went back through to see what my categories were, what like categories that I had, and pulled those out. And so after that, I just kept going, further and further down. And then on some that I thought, okay, what am I going to use this iron for? And then I also had the travel bag. I had, let's see, what else is in here? I have an electrical socket, a whistle, a camcorder, just different things. And so on those, I decided, okay, the iron and the suitcase, that can go underneath household. So I made a household column and put that over there. And then as I was going through these, I ended up with several different themes. And then I went and I put the drills with over on the side, so I knew where the theme was for each of them. And then I decided that I was going to use these type of containers, the ones that stay together. So that worked out. And then I classified them not by DMC number, but by the different types that I had. So if you look at this one, I have ABCs, 1, 2, 3, transportation, technology, body parts, and then communication. So underneath body parts, I have a hand, a feet, I have a foot, I have a robot, and then I also ended up with a few that I had to kind of create and decide, okay, where can I put this that would make the most sense? So I had a party hat and didn't really have a place for a party hat to go. And then I thought, okay, a party hat goes on your head. There is a person that is underneath body parts. So I put the party hat underneath body parts. And that's one of the ones that I can definitely remember. I don't know why, but it just sticks to me. And then when I started doing this one, this was my second one. And I learned more on the second one of, what worked for me, what was faster. And I even changed up some of my categories on this one. So when I go to do my next one, that will be my third one of Diamond Painting Deutschlands, I may kit it up differently as well. I mean, I'm going to do it just like this, but I may have my categories different. It just depends, because I am seeing some that I'm thinking, that makes absolutely no sense. Why would I put that there? And then some I might break out even more. So that's exactly what I'm going to do with the one with the diamond art as well. The problem with that one is that some of the symbols to me, I mean, they make absolutely no sense. Like over half of the symbols, I'm like, what is this? I don't even understand what the symbol is. How can I categorize this when I don't know what I'm looking at? So that's one of the reasons why, too, that I haven't kitted it up, because it's kind of intimidating, to be honest. But I need to work on it. They were a sponsor for us last year, a very nice sponsor. And I would like to contact them and ask them if they would, sponsor again. But I hate to do that when I haven't even worked on anything. Even though I paid for it, I still feel like, well, I should give them, some courtesy and at least work on my painting. So I definitely want to do that, but I've got so much going on. I have so many WIPs, and I am determined to get those WIPs reduced, but then I still want to work on some new ones too. So I'm kind of in a quandary, if you see what I'm saying here. So let me know how you guys handle things like this. You just go ahead and kit up another one. I have several large ones that I'm waiting, to get back to, but not as large as this one or the one with the diamond art. So that's kind of in the back of my mind of what I really should do, what I need to focus on. But I did a video that came out yesterday, Friday, for you guys, and that one I did a month in review. And I was really excited because on my month in review, I actually finished 2, which is good for me for January. And then I am able to mark off one of my goals already for the year. And that makes me really happy. Let's see, I need to find nature because I need a cloud. And this one's easy, nature, cloud. So I just go over here, grab the cloud, and that way I can easily find it. I'm not constantly looking for the drills that I need. But I did get to mark off one of my goals for the year, and that was to complete my Advent mystery. And I was so excited when I finished that. I mean, I basically screamed like, here's my last drill. I'm putting my last drill in here. I need to take a picture of this. I need to breathe because it is done. I mean, I was that excited because that one I didn't think I'd ever finish. It turned out really cute. I'm looking forward to putting it out next Christmas. But it was a bear. It was really, I don't want to say it was difficult. It wasn't difficult. It was fun. It was colorful. I like how it came out. I didn't have any problems with the drills, no problems with the canvas, but it was so time consuming. And normally I don't care. I'm working on canvases, and if they're confetti heavy, I'm okay with that because I can see progress. But on that one, it's like, okay, I've worked on this for 2.5 hours. I still have half of a section to go, and I still can't tell what in the world that this is because it was a surprise. It was a mystery, and it just got to where I got tired of counting. You have to think too much. And will I do that one again if they have a different one? I probably will. I said that I won't, but I probably will because I'm just that way. But if I do, it is not going to be a daily where I need to get it completed by the end of every day. And if I do one of those and it's a Christmas one, I'm going to start early because I think it came out in October. I'm not going to wait until December. I'm going to go ahead and get started on it so I am not rushed. And I really don't want to be working on Advent in January. And I sure didn't want to keep working on Advent like in Easter, which is what I was afraid of. I just knew that's probably what was going to happen, is that Easter, I'm still going to be working on Christmas Advent. And so I definitely didn't want to do that. So I am so excited that that one's done. That took up a lot of time in January. A lot. So I did not get to spend as much time on my other canvases as I wanted to because of that. So I do plan on spending as much time as I can on my WIPs that I started on in January, didn't get finished, and then I'm also going to maybe do a section of this one, a couple of sections a week, just so I can get a jump start on this and get it out of the way. And then I'm also, right now, as I started to mention and then veered off with the Josephine Wall event, I am working on a paint gem mini right now, and that one's easy because I can knock a paint gem canvas out in 45 minutes, sometimes even faster depending on which one that it is. I am working on the butterflies. That one does take a little bit longer, but it's not going to take me all month just to work on one canvas. I would like to be able to get 2 sets of those finished by the end of the month. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but if I get one set done, then I will feel like I am accomplished. And I don't count the paint gems as one, each. So there's like 12 or so in one set. I count my paint gems as a set. So once I finish all the butterflies, then I can count that as one diamond painting finish, which will be exciting, because then I'll have another finish. And I kind of made an aggressive move, I think, on my goals for this year. I added a few more than what I did last year, thinking, oh, I can get this done. But then I started looking at it and I thought, well, what were you thinking, you silly girl? What were you thinking? Because a lot of mine are large. I don't do small diamond paintings. So we'll have to see. If I don't make it, at least I can make some progress towards my goals, and that's what is important too. So did you guys make any goals for the year? I know I've asked this a while back, probably in December, but I was going to update my goals and make my finishes smaller than what I said. And I thought, nope, you've already made the goal. I'm not going to revise it right now. I might revise it towards the middle of the year and just say, no, I can't even get close to that. But it's just a goal. It's not, if I don't make it, I'm not going to be upset. I will just try to do better next year. Or at least I can say that I've gotten some things accomplished because I did. Now I need the body parts, the little person. The one to me that looks like the little bathroom symbols that's on bathrooms when you go to a restaurant. And so that's what I'm working on. I'm really wanting to also work on a dragon. Since it is the year of the dragon, I love dragons. I love reading like mystical and just, fantasy. And so I was reading a book last weekend and it just dawned on me, I didn't do a dragon last year. And I decided I need to do at least one dragon this year. Would definitely make sense to do a dragon this year. So I am going to put that in there somewhere. I'm not sure where that's going to go in the plans, but it will go somewhere. I'm also wanting to finish 5 of my oldest kits, and then next year I will finish up 5 more of the oldest. Speaking of dragons, I did break down. I was on a no-buy. I was doing so well in January. I mean, I really was. Actually, I was proud of myself. And Diamond Art Club came out with a dragon. Actually, they came out with several dragons, I believe. But there was one that I really liked. And I didn't know if that one would be discontinued, but I thought it was really, really pretty. It was my colors. I just really liked it. And I had the points, so I used my points and I purchased it. Now, does that constitute to you guys as breaking the no-buy? Because I didn't pay any money for it, but now I have another diamond painting that's going to be in my stash soon. So technically, yeah, that's kind of cheating, I guess. But I did not get anything else, and I was really pleased with that. I did too. I shouldn't have said I didn't get anything else. I did get one other painting, and that one was from Crafty Canada, and it's going to be one that will definitely get finished this year because it is a temperature canvas. And I've seen how people do blankets, you know, crochet or knit blankets, and then they are doing it by their temperature. And I thought, well, that'll be really cool, but the only problem is I don't know how to crochet or knit, and don't know how to quilt either. So I thought, well, I'm just out of luck. And then I remember last year that Craft Canada did come out with a temperature canvas, but it was so large. And I thought, this is overwhelming, and I don't know if I want to commit to something this large and not know what it's going to look like because it's based on the weather. This year it's been revamped, and so I did go ahead and I did purchase that. So yeah, I did break my no-buy, but I did not buy anything else. I did not get pins. I did not get a tray. So I feel that it was a win-win. The only thing I did have to pay for was the Craft Canada, and it really was not a bad price. I was really impressed by the shipping. The shipping wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be either to come to the States from Canada, and it came really quickly. Trying to see. I have this all spread out, and that's a problem because I hate to reach over to get drills, but I'm going to have to if I want to get to this section. So I did that in January. February, I am not going to buy anything. Doesn't matter what it is. I am going to be strong. I'm not getting any kits whatsoever until I can at least whittle down some of my stash, whatever that's going to look like. I really like everything that's in my stash, so I don't know if I even want to do that. I mean, last year I sold, destashed quite a few, close to 20, and did that towards the first of the year. And I was glad that I did. It's a lot of work to destash though, guys. I don't know if you've destashed before, but it is a lot of work, or it was for me anyway, because I'm going to make sure that everything that I sent out, that it shipped okay, there wasn't any issues, that the ones that I sent it to got them, without any incident, anything like that. So that took me a little bit of time to do, and then take it to the post office and all that fun stuff that you have to do to get prepared for shipping. But at least I got those out. Those were ones that I knew I was never going to do. But I might as well go ahead and sell them and let somebody else enjoy those kits. And those were mostly older kits, or just kits that after I got it, I'm like, I liked it. Now that I've opened it, I'm not so much sure of me ever doing these kind of thing. So I was glad that I did destash those. But the ones that I have now, it's like, I don't know. So I'm just not quite ready, to make a decision quite yet on what I want to do. But if we end up deciding to move, and we're going to, I just don't know when. There's a lot of factors going into all of that. So not exactly sure and when we will be able to move, or when we will even want to. But once we do, I don't want to have to take all of these diamond paintings and have to move them. I did that once when we moved to this house, and my stash wasn't nearly as large as it is now. And I did it in my car, but we were only like 10 minutes away from where we moved. And I thought, this won't be that bad, and I had to make a few trips. So I put them in my trunk. I had to end up making just a few trips to take them back and forth. But this time it's going to be further, and I am not going to do that. I'll have to put them in the truck either have movers move them, which I don't think my husband will be too happy with that. I don't think he's going to want to pay to have somebody move my diamond paintings. So more than likely, I'll put them into his truck and do it that way. But that still means that I'm having to cart all of these up and down stairs, and depending on what we're doing at a new place where I'm going to even have enough room to put all of this stuff. Plus I have other crafting items that I've got to find a place for. So I'm kind of thinking ahead, and maybe I am just thinking about this too much, and I should just wait until it comes a day that we start talking about it and that we're going to move because of his job. But maybe a while, we may not ever have to do it, but we will eventually move no matter what happens. We're going to move closer to the mountains and to get out of the city. That is the plan. And I also want to downsize. I am at the age now that I am just ready to downsize. I am tired of the upkeep with our house, having to deal with everything every week. I just want to sit back, have a small house, declutter a lot of things, and just enjoy life and diamond paint or make cards and just not be stuck and tied down to a house so much. And there's only 3 of us here, so we don't need a really large house. But trying to get my husband on board on getting a smaller house, that's also kind of up for debate. I don't know how he is going to like that. I've talked to him about it. He's all for it, and then all of a sudden he's not. So I guess it depends on what we can find too. But I've got to, no matter what, I want to get some of these diamond paintings done because I like them. They're really pretty. I don't want them sitting around. I didn't buy them just to sit around. I bought them because I want to work on them. Let's see. I really like, I don't know what color this is. To me, it's a sage. It's really pretty. It's number 647. If I were to focus really hard on this one and just do this diamond painting and not the others, I could get this finished. But it will just take too long, and I won't have it finished for a long time. I wish I would have kept track of my hours on this one. I really do. I did on Diana, but on this one I just didn't. But on my next Diamond Painting Deutschland, I'm going to keep up with the hours. I want to see how long it's going to take me. And the same thing with the one with the diamond art. I am wanting to see how long that one's going to take. And I do apologize for Molly barking. She's been really good until now. It's a halfway nice day. It's a halfway nice day, and she keeps going in and out. She doesn't know if she wants to stay in or if she wants to stay out. And that is just driving me crazy. In the summer, she'll stay out all the time. Well, not all the time. She'll come in and out, but she'll have her dog gate will be open so she can go through her little dog door, and she will stay out more than she will in. But when we go to bed, we make them both come in. I won't let them stay outside like that. And if we're not home, they're in the house. But as long as we're home and it's a nice day, she will be out there as much as possible. She just absolutely hates just being in the house. And I guess that's good because a lot of dogs don't like to go outside, but we can't get her to stay in. I don't know what's worse. I haven't gotten a lot done, as you can tell, but it takes time on this one, and especially talking, I thought this might be easier to be able to talk to you guys than the converted cross stitch, but I think the converted cross stitch is easier, to be honest, because I don't have to look and see if I have any symbols that are the same in a small area. I have opened this area a little bit larger than what I probably should, but I thought maybe I will get lucky and I can see some of these, that some of these will be the same symbol. I'm not seeing it. I hope that you were able to get some work done if you wanted to. And if you didn't and you want to keep diamond painting, I do have a diamond painting playlist that has all of my WIP and tats under it. It has my Tuesdays and my Saturdays, and then I also have several other videos that you might enjoy as well. I also have a video playlist just on this painting, and I will change that up as soon as I finish this one and I start the other Diamond Painting Deutschland. Then it will have its own playlist as well. I will put those underneath the description in case you are interested. Let me know in the description how you're doing, what you're working on, and if you have any plans for the weekend. Until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye.